It's super exciting to see you as we talk in 3D, and we can actually bump each other. So, super excited of this. So let's go for my today's session. I'm going to talk about the app discovery and feedback in the store. So to give you some numbers about what's happening in the store, and some numbers to consider as your baseline. So let's go and, oh, yeah. The first thing, of course, I will tell a little bit about myself. So my name is Ilya. I'm in ASO from 2014, I guess. And I used to work as an ASO guy in some companies, and now I'm working as a product manager in AppFollow. So AppFollow is a fully remote company. As you see, we have almost 100 employees from 70 countries. This is actually updated. It was 16 for the last days, but we got a new guy from another country, so now it's 17. And we are fully remote even before the pandemic thing. So right now we are quite adjusted to what's happening around the world. So we are working. We are started as an ASO tool, but right now we are working on like everything that is connected with the App Store and Google Play apps. We are working on supporting other stores. So you are very welcome to check what we are offering today on the booth 5 as well, and of course on our website. So what we are going to talk about is the app optimization lifecycle. We're going to talk about a little bit about the competitor analytics, the discovery optimization that actually ASO is, and the feedback strategies. So the main thing is optimization lifecycle. So when you started from the competitor analytics, you are moving to the discovery, think about the ASO, you are working your feedback, and then you are back to the analyzing what's happening on the market. While you're working with like ASO and feedback, something happened, something changed, we need to know what's there. So let's start with the competitor analytics. So it's crucial to know what's happening around you, around the world, like to make your plans, to optimize for changing world, to predict something that is going to happen in the App Store and Google Play and with your competitors. So the main thing that every app can have like from 2 to 5 competitors. So if you don't have any, that means you are not looking for them really good. Every app can have competitors. Even the basic apps like Notes, for example, for the grocery app, Notes is also the major competitor that people like are writing notes of what to buy in the store by not using your app, but using native Apple apps. So how to do this research? It is a little sneak peek. So of course we need to know who they are. Then we need to analyze how many downloads they have, what's the major countries for them. So of course we need to work with ASO strategy to uncover what they're doing, what keywords they're targeting, what localization they have, maybe to analyze their graphics part, something like if they're highlighting their features on the app pages, or they're highlighting some I don't know, some bonus points, anything else. So you need to know exactly what they are doing on the graphic page. And the feedback, of course, to analyze what people are writing. Maybe there are some feedback, some reviews that can help you to get a new feature. People are complaining about something in the reviews. That's good. Everybody's complaining in reviews. So you need to find out what they want to make your app better based on their feedback. So yeah, and the goal, of course, is to understand what works, what actually works, what don't work. So where are the competitor weak points, where are your strengths. So to find out your strategy. So we talked a lot about the competitor analytics on the App Promotion Summit that was online on July. So you can get my slides and check the videos and slides of this presentation. So now we are moving next to the discovery part. To make this part, we actually analyzed almost 80,000 of apps in the App Store and Google Play to make these numbers. And the major point here that is crucial to compare your numbers with the market benchmarks. So for example, if you have like conversion rate, let's say of 4%, we don't know if it's good or bad. So it's like 4%. Maybe it's 40 or maybe it's 20, so we don't know. So that's why it's crucial to compare it with like your benchmark, your industry benchmarks, maybe subcategory benchmarks, so to understand where is the line and you are better or worse. So let's start with the downloads channel share. So we know that most of the downloads coming from search, but there are still the biggest share of browse downloads is of course in games, because nobody is looking like for a I want to play shooting game with racing. You don't, you won't look this in the App Store. You'll just open the Games tab on the App Store and Google Play, and you will browse. So this collection, these feature replacements to find a new game to play. So that's why the browsing share in Google Play is much more higher than in Google Play in App Store is much more higher than the search share. So of course the browsing share in Google Play is bigger for the all categories, because Google have these auto featuring placements, like when your app can be featured in some kind of collections, in travel, in utilities, so there are auto collections, there are lots of them, and the browse share in Google Play always will be higher, because it's based on their algorithms, and it's based on how they are discovering apps. So that's why here's a tip to optimize your full description for the Google Play algorithms. That's the time when we are working not for customers, we are working not for the users, we are working for machines. So our goal is to optimize our descriptions for the machine. So to let Google know what our app is about. We don't care, actually, that sounds not really great, but we don't care about the end user that is searching for our app in the Play Store. We care only about what Google will think about our app. So that's super important. Because if you optimize your description really good, you can get featured in these auto placements, in these collections, everywhere in the Play Store. So about the brand power. So we all know this number, 65% of downloads that are coming from the search, but what Apple is hiding is that 1/3 of these downloads are branded. So people actually looking for the brand keywords. Mostly they're looking for the brands. For example, if you want to let's say if you want to find a shopping app, you won't like search for shopping apps in the App Store. You will search for Amazon, AliExpress, anything else. You will search for branded search terms. So there are lots of branded downloads in the search, but anyway, there is still a room for ASO even today. So the main the hardest competition for the downloads for the branded one is food and drink. Because there are like lots of food delivery apps and people looking for them. They are looking for Wolt, the Foodora, the DoorDash. So they're not looking for food delivery apps. Shopping and travel as well. So we are looking for some Expedia, Skyscanner apps. We are not looking for airline tickets, for example. Even if you don't know some brands, you see these ads, you're looking for these brands. So, and of course, these categories like utilities and weather, there are lots of in the apps. Even if utilities, there are lots of VPN apps, the weather apps, there are lots of them, and it's super complicated to get high in these categories only with ASO, because everybody's there is targeting like long tail keywords. They are targeting not really popular keywords. They're targeting super long keywords, so that's why it's really complicated to work there. And the developer tools, I guess the brand share is only 5%, so nobody has the brand in developer tools. I honestly even don't know what this category is about, so what's there? Xcode maybe, the only app is there. Okay, so I'll move next to the featured part. I guess is the most interesting one. It was before, but right now I'm not really sure that being featured should be your goal, because featuring is the one day or maybe 1 week event. So if you are getting featured, for example, in today in App Store, it's like 1 day and boom, the next day you are still getting your 0 downloads. That's why it's crucial to optimize the whole picture. And the featured is of course the great thing, but it should not be a goal. So let's say about the App Store, of course the app revenue is a key. So App Store and Google Play, they're all about revenue. So if you're bringing revenue to the Apple, they will feature you. It's super simple. That's why the free apps is it has like 2% of featuring share. And I bet these apps they bring you some kind of new technology, as I said, like LiDAR, or socially valuable, like something that passes, like Scanner, something like this. And this is 2% of the featured apps. That's why revenue is super important. How much revenue you bring to Apple, or what your payment conversion rate, and the bigger it is, the more chances to get featured. So it's simple. And of course, the rating thing, it's crucial to keep your rating above 4.5. We're going to talk about this a little bit later, why this 4.5 number is like, we should keep it in our mind. So this is crucial for App Store and Google Play. That's why if you have your rating higher than 4.5, it's also more chances for getting featured. So the next thing, don't worry about your position in the top chart. So even top 20 or top 200 apps have the chances to get featured. Don't worry in your position about top grossing chart. We think that the payment conversion rate is something that affecting your chances of getting featured. So not the overall revenue, but the chances of how much revenue you can possibly bring to Apple if Apple will give you users. So this is a crucial thing. As I said, the money takes it all. So yeah. And of course, yeah, as I said, the more revenue you bring, the more chances you get featured. That's why the top developers that were featured during this year is Electronic Arts, Supercell, Playrix, Ubisoft. So all of them are bringing lots of money to Apple by commissions. And so that's the goal, actually, of being featured. So the side story is a Netflix one. So Netflix had featured placements in 2018 almost every day on app page, on today page, as app of the day. They had like 2,000 of placements during the year. But in 2019, they removed the in-app subscription to their services. So the only way left to subscribe for Netflix service is actually going to their website, buying the subscription, and boom, you see that they lost all the featured placements in 2019. So it's back in this year, but still there are 0 non-today featured placements this year. They were featured in the apps, they were featured in some kind of collections together with other apps, but still they didn't get any of the today featuring during this year. So we are waiting for the December 9. Who, by the way, knows what will happen on December 9? Who knows? Yeah, right. So this is the epic case. On December 9, like in 1 week, Apple will force it to let people subscribe for the subscriptions and to buy in-apps, not only with the Apple purchase system, but outside the App Store. So, and I bet all these apps that will implement this thing, when you can subscribe for something outside the App Store, they will lose the featured placements exactly as Netflix did. So that's the thing. I think Apple will balance this because their revenue is a key. Yeah, you have a question? There is a decision. I don't know why not everybody is talking about this, but there is a code decision that you, with a date, that you due date, December 9, that Apple have to allow users to subscribe without Apple in-app subscription. So they did it and they lost already. Yeah, so they lost, and there is completely it's a silence in the media world. I don't know why it's that, but we're waiting 1 more week to see what's happening. So to buy some popcorn maybe to see what so what's going on. Yeah. So the next part is a conversion rate. Of course, these numbers can be considered like a baseline. So for the conversion rate, we see that food and drink, navigation, shopping, these categories actually that have the branded, the biggest branded part, they have the biggest conversion rate. So that's quite simple because people are downloading the brands they're looking for, and boom, you're getting a higher conversion rate. So in Google Play, it's more important to have the baseline of these numbers because Google actually considering it as a quite in its internal algorithms. So if your performance of your store page is lower than the baseline, you won't be featured, you won't be promoted. So your app is not really good. That means by the Google algorithms. So that's why it's super crucial to keep your numbers across the baseline. You have these numbers in the Google Play console. You can see your numbers. You can see like the category share. You can see what's your rivals' numbers. So that's quite easy. And you need to stick to these numbers to get promoted inside the store. So let's talk about organic user interest a little bit more. So we discovered that the most growing category in this year in terms of organic demand is travel. So that's not a surprise for us. Followed by finance and navigation, that people actually wanted to track their expenses and I don't know, build the routes to somewhere that finally we are able to travel. And the news category is the one that lost its organic interest during this year because everybody, like I think, got tired from this endless news thing, and nobody downloading the news app, and nobody looking for the news app. So that's quite logical. So I'm really happy that the travel category is finally growing because one of the biggest apps I'm working with is the travel app, and we lost like 80% of our traffic during the pandemic. Now we are back, and it's still growing, so I'm really happy that it's happening. So the most growing keyword for another quiz for this year, the most growing keyword, what do you think it is? It's super simple. It's like, sir? No, it's not that simple. So the most growing keyword for the 2021 is the Squid Game. So it was like zero popularity during the whole year, but when the show is coming out, it was 85 popularity is quite similar as the Instagram, Snapchat, and all other keywords have. But now it's falling. I made a comparison with the Clubhouse, that the Clubhouse was rocking, I guess, who remember Clubhouse anyway? In the beginning of this year, and then it's just fall down. So the same thing is happening in the Squid Game. But anyway, this grow is, I didn't see this kind of grow before. So it's super interesting to see these numbers. Okay then, let's move to the feedback part. We are done with discovery. You have these numbers that consider as your baseline, so as your goals for the new apps. So now we are moving to the feedback part. So feedback is actually the App Store reviews, for example, can be the only review channel only feedback channel for your app. So for example, you have quite a game, you don't have support there, so the only feedback channel you have is your App Store reviews. So it's super crucial to analyze them, to work with this feedback, to understand what you are doing, how you are behaving in the store, like to improve your, as I said, the brand part. So to talking actually with your users, to asking them what they're thinking about your game or app. And of course, it can help you to increase your numbers of downloads, increase your sales. So it's super crucial part here. And for example, let's say you don't have any channels of feedback, and that's why the support teams, the product team, the marketing teams can benefit from actually analyzing your reviews in the store. Because the support team, actually, they has like a customer satisfaction by talking with users. For example, if something's not working and you get a bunch of reviews that complaining that something is not working, when you fix it, you can reply to all of these users, say that it's fixed, all done. Please update your review, and lots of customers will do it. So the product team can get insights from these reviews, like people are complaining that they're missing something, they want to change something in your app or game, so that's super important to read all of this, to understand what your audience want. Of course, we all have our product roadmaps, we all know what to do, but we still need some insights from our customers to understand if we are moving to the right direction. And the marketing teams, of course, can use these reviews to promote your app, like people are writing, people are talking about this, so it's super important to collect all of this data. So these are numbers, also like overall category benchmarks to use. We can consider it, as I told, as a baseline, and we see this number of 4.5 one more time here. And of course, the rating of reviews is always lower as a rating by stars, because people are not writing a review if they are happy. I won't go to the App Store and write, yeah, this app is great. If something is wrong, I will write my review to saying, yes, you are doing something wrong. That's why the rating by reviews is always lower. And the number of reviews in Google Play will be always higher. Why is that? Because actually, Google, this native rating request in Google Play, it's asking you to write a review. So in App Store, it's asking you to leave a star. That's the point. You're just leaving a star and boom, you're done. But in Google Play, it's asking you to leave a review. That's why the number of reviews in the Play Store will be always higher. And also, you can answer to these reviews. You can respond in Google Play much more faster because you're responding, pressing reply, and boom, it's in the Play Store. But in App Store, it can take 1 day, it can take 2 days to be checked by App Store. I don't know what they're checking there, but anyway, it takes usually it takes the 1 day to process. So that's why the response time is much higher in the App Store. So the next thing, this magic number of 4.5, as I told, we have this filter in the Play Store on the device. So we are pressing this filter 4.5, and boom, all the apps are gone. So even the ad is gone. I don't know if it's a Play Store bug or not. So even the ad, if it has the Freelytics app has 4.1 rating, when I'm pressing this filter, it's gone. So the only app left is the home workout. So even, for example, if you have this position on the third one, you think, oh, I'm on the third position for the great keyword. I'm doing really good. But your rating is low, and customers press this 4.5 filter, and your app is gone. So that's why it's super important to keep a rating at least higher than 4.0. But the best thing, of course, is 4.5. So about the reviews a little bit more. So reviews actually help in games. It works. Games truly works to help to gain customer trust. When I'm looking for a game, I'm just checking the reviews, what people are writing about this game. Maybe there are lots of ads, there are lots of monetization tricks, there may be scamming somewhere. So that's why I'm always checking the ratings for the game before downloading. So that's important to have these featured reviews, at least featured reviews. You should have them like 5-star, like all good. Even if your game is like have these monetization tricks, it's important to have these 5-star reviews on the first position, just to let people know that your game is awesome. So, yep. So how to work with them, with these reviews? Of course, it's important to always track them, to know what's happening. We are using feedback from customers to analyze our roadmap, to adjust it. We are replying for the reviews to actually work with negative situations. For example, if there are like shutdown in our app or something, backend issues, something not working, people are complaining in your reviews, you got like dozens of negative feedback, and it's super important. After everything fixed, it's super important to reply to them and to say, yeah, we will fix it, please like, change your review. So, and the average rating for the apps is always falling. It's natural, it's absolutely fine. Even if it's like small fall, like for 1 point, like in 2 years, but it's still falling. So that's why we need to use every possible chance to change the customer rating, to improve it from 1 star to at least 4 stars. So to reduce this trend of falling rating. So you like in 5 years, you will say thank you for to yourself. Actually to working in ratings, because you will see that your rating it's falling, of course, but it's falling really like super slow falling. So let's start with a feedback strategy for the growing apps and the soft launch. For example, you have some kind of new app, or you're launching in new countries. So it's important to reply to every review, to analyze them, because these initial feedback that are actually starting, that actually the first users that are leaving the feedback, they're super important. They're actually talking what they think, and you need to work with them to understand if you are doing this right, if your game or app is popular or not. And of course, it's our goal is to get first 5-star reviews from our customers. So that's why we will able to like to fix these reviews as our featured one. So, for example, if you ask your friends to leave you like 10 of 5-star reviews, then like them, you will get all of these reviews on as you feature it on the app page, and then it will be super complicated to move these reviews out of the page. So use this trick to get like these 5 stars in the beginning of a new country, or maybe a new app. So, and as I said, yeah, ask your friends to leave the good reviews. That's absolutely fine. Maybe you can ask even some channels to leave a good review, and as I said, you thank yourself for this in a couple of years when your app will be super popular and you will have these 2-year-old positive reviews on your app page as featured, and there will be lots of likes and it will be almost impossible to move this review out of your page. So, and for if your app is already popular, it has lots of users, of course we have like thousands of reviews coming every week. We can't reply for them all manually. We need to use automation to work with short feedback, at least when people are just saying, thank you, app is good, something like this. We absolutely can automate it, replying back, thank you for your review, or something like this. We can automate basic bug reports when people are talking about like, it's not working, for example. Then we can automate with asking customers, like, what's not working? Maybe there are some more. Can you give us more details on this? Can you contact us on email? It also can be automated. So, and of course, we need to ask customers to update their reviews after something's being fixed. So the AudioMac is a super popular app for the audio streaming, as it said from the title. So they automating their replies, and they get this increase in ratings and lots of hours saved from customer support. So they don't need to work with this short feedback. They don't need to work with this small bug reports. They're just automating it, and it's really working. So the next thing, what reviews we need to use to reply manually. First of all, it's like long negative reviews when people are writing like the poem for this like thousands of words how they don't like your app. So this definitely is someone who is disappointed. So we need to work with them, find out what's happening, maybe to like ask him or her to write to email or something like this. Also, the reviews with ads and monetization is the most sensitive topic. Because if people are not happy with your number of ads in your app or the monetization strategy, we need to find out why. So maybe we are showing a lot of ads like these super casual games. They're showing your ads like on every click you will see this 30 seconds unskippable ad. That's not how it's supposed to work. And of course, we need to respond manually to move our conversation to another channel like email. We can't talk with customer. In Google Play, of course, it's working because the reply is publishing instantly. The reply for the reply is also publishing instantly. But when we are working with App Store, it's super complicated to talk to user because our reply is publishing like for the one day. The customer reply is publishing for the one day. So this super slow conversation. That's why it's important to ask customer to move to the email channel. So, and of course, reporting. Lots of customers love to like bombing your app with negative reviews. They post this things on Reddit, let's bomb this app with negative reviews or something like this. So we need to report these reviews, the offensive reviews, the spam reviews. So, and App Store, Google Play, they won't delete all of them, but half of them will be definitely deleted. That's why you will still improve your average rating because of deleting these negative things, the spam and offensive reviews. So it's all about the increasing average rating. So we're deleting these 1-star, 2-star reviews, and boom, your average rating is growing. So that's awesome, and you remember this 4.5 as our goal. So here's our road to success with working with reviews. So as I told, our key goal is to keep our average rating of 4.5 and higher. So what should we do to achieve that? First of all is, of course, to use automation to work with positive reviews, with the small reviews, and reply manually to sensitive reviews. So this combination that will allow you to track all the customer feedback you are getting in the App Store and Google Play. And of course, reporting offensive reviews is a key to get rid of all of these like spammy reviews that just spamming you with 1 star because they are not happy with your logo or something like this. It can be removed definitely. So, and what can do the rating of 4.5 to your app? First of all, it will increase your conversion rate to install. So that means you will get improved ASO performance. You will get more installs. You will get higher position for keywords. As I keep saying, that everything on the app page is connected. So of course you definitely should work with your keywords, but except keywords, of course, it's important to work with conversion rate because the conversion rate is affecting your keyword position and the rating is affecting your conversion rate, so everything is connected. So of course, you will lower your acquisition cost in the paid ads because people will download your app more frequently, and increase customer retention rates and other metrics, other important product metrics, because people are really happy with your app and all good, so they will keep buying something in your app. So how can we help you? Actually, we can help you on every stage of this process. So starting from a competitor analytics to the feedback, to the replies, analyzing your reviews, analyzing competitor reviews, to replying to reviews, ASO tools, everything is included. So we just, we have all these numbers inside. So it's super important to track these numbers and to have these numbers as your baseline. So to make sure that you are not missing something. So, and the summary for today. First of all, you need to focus, of course, beside of everything what we talked today. First of all, you need to create a great and useful app. So if you have like a low quality app or something like indie that you made on your weekend after the bar, for example, nothing will work. So if you have a low quality app, nothing that I said will work. You can try to do the keyword research, you can try to work with reviews, but nothing will work if you have a low quality app. People will keep bombing you with your 1-star ratings. That will decrease your conversion rate, that will decrease your keyword positions, so nothing will work. So that's why creating a great and useful app is the key for everything. So working on keywords and overall like organic user acquisition metric is also super important. Also, we need to work hard on conversion optimization. So we can like stuck on working with keywords, but we have to remember about the graphics, about the videos, about the icons. So everything is connected, as I said. So your screenshots affecting your keyword positions because it's increasing your conversion rate. So, but first of all, of course, you need to find the correct keywords. And take care of your customers, like onboard them, work with them, talk with them, reply to their reviews, analyze their feedback, adjust your roadmap to actually implementing the things that they're asking for, and they will thank you for that. So, and as I said, you now have the baseline to target for both for discovery and feedback metrics. So this conversion rate, the brand power, the share of downloads, the average ratings, the number of views. So you can use all these numbers as your goal. If you, for example, are doing new apps or soft launch, or even have a super popular app, these numbers should be your baseline. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming. So many people here. I'm so excited to have you, like in real person. That I'm talking and you see your reactions and super good, and not talking like for the black screen of my computer and not seeing each other. So thank you so much for today. Yeah, I'm really happy to have you all here. Thank you.